Welcome to Opulence Global's Product Crossfire. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our partners. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Sanaz Human. In Sanaz's 20s, she made a pivotal decision to venture into the direct sales industry. With her very strong work ethic, determination, and unparalleled skills, Sanaz rose to become a top producer, quickly gaining recognition for her exceptional performance. Her influence and impact in the direct sales marketing field have earned her widespread recognition. Sanaz was honored as the Luxury Designer of the Year by Viva International and celebrated in the esteemed Oprah Winfrey magazine, and so much more. At Opulence Global, Sanaz oversees distribution, manufacturing, and international negotiations, and all global operations. Not to mention, she is our superstar trainer. That is her number one role, superstar trainer. At Opulence Global, her ability to inspire others in health, beauty, and fashion sectors is nothing short of remarkable. Sanaz takes great pride in mentoring entrepreneurs all over the world. Her visionary approach and mentorship have empowered countless individuals to achieve their own success stories. As a trailblazer in the industry, Sanaz continues to set new benchmarks and inspires others to strive for greatness. Her unwavering dedication, unmatched talents, and relentless pursuit of excellence make her a true icon in the world of business and entrepreneurship. Welcome our beautiful Sanaz tonight to Product Crossfire. We're excited.
So much. It is so great to see you, superstar, and always a pleasure to be on these calls. It's been a journey. I feel like I'm totally missing in action because I've been so MIA. As you were reading my bio, I'm like, yep, I do that. Yep, I'm doing that. Yep, we're doing that. Yep, we're doing this. Yep, we're doing that. And honestly, there's so many moving wheels of what is happening with our move. So I'm going to tell you guys a little sneak peek about the move before we get the call started. But tell me, how are you doing with your 30-day challenge so far?
I'm doing great. I just have to start posting because you can't wish for it. You have to work for it.
Right?
And you know what? It's easy to do nothing. So my apologies, but I'm challenging everybody on the call today. Start posting today what you're doing. It's okay if we miss the first 22 days. I've done it, just haven't posted. So let's ramp it up.
You know what? You're absolutely right. You could actually go ahead in 1 week and post all of your use cases. The whole campaign process, it's not about you posting something today. Like I saw the other day, Sandra, and I had seen Sandra Bedard, she was in her office and she's like, oh, I haven't posted anything. And I'm like, who cares? Go and post as much stuff as you can. And then today I saw her doing this like rowing thing. And I was like, oh my God, I love it. Then Renee, I was talking to Renee. I'm like, Renee, you need to post. And he's like, I swear I've been doing stuff. I just haven't posted. And now I'm seeing, Renee posting. So if you guys have been taking a lot of different footage and you just haven't posted, don't worry about it. Just Renee's like, thanks, and just go ahead and just post. Whether it's your fashion, whether it's your. By the way, yesterday morning, I was gardening all day, and gardening is a challenge because you know what I use? I put FOL all over me. I drank lots of FOL. Hell, I had to take a lot of Divine after ripping out all those weeds in my garden and bending down and doing all the craziness and planting shrubs. So that's a workout, but you all need to get posting. You need to be loud because there's so much great stuff happening. The product is really, really, you know, all the different products are changing different people's lives. And you can't just stick to one product, okay? You cannot just stick to one product because there is just so much going on. My marketing team today came to me. They're like, boss, we know you're in the middle of a move, but can we do a recording of like how you make foods? And I was like, no, you go to Renee's house, go to somebody else's house, because I'm so busy with moving trucks and making sure, you know, all the movement is happening properly, that yeah, the 30-day challenge, I need all of you to get on board and post, because it is just fabulous of all the amazing things. And you know, I this past month reminded me, Daria, of when we started Fountain of Life. So when we started Fountain of Life, we really didn't know what testimonials we were going to get. We knew it was a great product. We knew that the ingredient was great. The doctor swore by it, but we really didn't know what the product was going to do, because he had taken the skincare product that he was selling for 25 years. He had added and created the extraction process to be different, added a different carrier in order for the extraction process. And so when we started to get all these testimonials, we were like, oh, really? Oh, really? Already. And then now Divine, I feel like we're going through that with Divine. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are not using Divine, I'm going to share my testimonial with all of you. So I started to originally use Divine. And then, like all of us, by the way, I'm human too. I got lazy. And I basically, actually, I didn't get lazy. Ramin stole my bottle. And then he started to use the bottle, and it was in his bathroom. And if it's not in front of my face every day, I'm not going to use it. That's just me. How many of you are like that? If a product is not in front of your face, that you just don't use it, because we're human, right? We need this constant like reminder. And I'm not really a capsule person. I'm more like powder. I like collagen powder. I like protein powder, stuff like that. I'm not really a capsule person, because I always have been traumatized with, you know, vitamin smell. Do you guys all agree vitamin smell? And sometimes when I want to take them, like, you're just so nauseous from taking them, you don't even want to take them. So, anyways, when we formulated Divine, if you haven't taken it, let me tell you, there is absolutely no smell to Divine. It smells delicious, which means no smell. And it doesn't taste like anything. And when you open the bottle, you're not like, oh, you know, it's not a vulgar smell where you don't want to take it. Anyways, so I basically, because I've been moving and lifting and redirecting, and I've been on my feet a lot, and I'm doing a lot of gardening in my backyard. I can't wait to show you guys my garden when I'm done. I'm doing a huge hydrangea garden. So I've been planting a lot. So my shoulders and my arms have been really hurting. So Ramin, being an ex-athlete, was like, why don't you take Divine? I'm like, where's my bottle? He's like, you took it. And I'm like, where's our stash of bottles? So long story short, I started to religiously use Divine again at night before I went to sleep. Three capsules. Ladies and gentlemen, OMG. The pain in my body, I'm already on FOL, dropped. Pain, gone. Gone. Number one. Number two, I started to lose weight. And I don't know what the combination is. I'm going to get David to give us some light on that. You know, whatever hormone balancing. I mean, I've been on FOL for like 7 years, but now I'm using Divine and FOL together as a combination. Oh my God, my life is changing. My skin is phenomenal. I mean, Daria, check out the hair.
Yes, yes. Your skin, your hair, everything is phenomenal. You look beautiful.
I swear to God, I am absolutely overworked and like not enough sleep. A lot of water, though, I have to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been on this, get on it. I swear to God, it will change your life. So that's that. Now, let me give you a little sneak insight into our move. So we finally got our permit from the city, just as a heads up, which has been Armageddon. I think, Daria, you know that when it comes to permits, how fun they are. I don't know if it's like that where you're out, but in Toronto, it's like stress. So anyways, we got our permit, and we started this week when it comes to construction. So I am super excited because now we are planning for the fall. We are planning for mid-September, late October, and I actually will be doing a trip to Italy in September as well because I have to go visit all our factories. And I think I was talking to Renee, and maybe I will come out to Thailand, Philippines, and Singapore market as well, and do an Asia event before our Dubai event, which we're going to be releasing this Saturday. So lots of stuff coming up, okay? And so now let's get it. Now that I kind of spilled the beans on some little goodies that maybe you guys heard or didn't hear indirectly, David, let's get into the nitty gritty of our call. And I think David.
Yes, Sanaz, would you please give me the opportunity to introduce David to the people,
Absolutely.
to our partners and guests that are joining us tonight? Welcome, David O. David handles the regulatory affairs at Opulence Global. From his science and his pharmaceutical background, David recognized the incredible value of Fairy Flawless as a world-class product that delivers on its promise of anti-aging. His enthusiasm continued with the Fountain of Life, which is the most powerful antioxidant from nature, and the future development in the Safe Home Revolution collection. David is honored to be a part of this incredible journey as Opulence Global changes the lives of people. I'd like to personally welcome David. And I know, David, if your ears aren't burning several times a day, they should be, because I know people always say, well, David said, well, let's ask David. So to all of our partners, again, welcome to Product Crossfire. We've got 47 minutes of exciting information with Sanaz and David. Take it away.
Thank you so much. I was also going to say David is my textbook. He is my right arm. He is like my information portal of whatever I need. I think David was one of those people that when he was younger, whatever book he ever studied, he like literally remembered it in his brain. So David, we've been talking a lot about divine, and it is absolutely divine. And I want to talk a little bit about the magnesium and the other supplements that are inside of it, because with divine, doing a lot of gardening, I literally was extremely sore. And one of the things that a lot of people were saying originally, our CEO was the first video that we released, it was divine for pro athletes, and it was a lot of great essential ingredients that are combined to be able to create them. Can you talk to me a little bit about that, please?
Well, yeah, it's an interesting combination of things. There's certain elements to divine that are very important. I was listening to your comment about weight loss, but among other things, if you have things like magnesium in it, magnesium is really important because it's necessary for energy production in the body. So the other thing is the vitamins, like vitamin C is very important as an antioxidant. And you got to combine this with a healthy diet, mind you. So it does not standalone product. It's a healthy diet. Fountain of Life mixed in with us is very important. You can, there's two elements, the vitamin D and magnesium that will promote weight loss. I'm not saying I don't want someone to say this is a weight loss product, because it is not. It's just that having vitamin D, there have been studies showing that vitamin D has uh, taken down visceral fat, especially in the belly area. So I think, but again, it's in combination with a good diet. I can't say that enough. Like if you go out and take Divine and then devour a burger, fries, and a milkshake every day, you are not going to, and not exercise. It's going to affect things. And so I think what we're looking at and what Sanaz is trying to do is promote a healthier lifestyle all around. And you will benefit from this. We have some of the components that are going to make a great difference in your lives. But if you take a look at the product itself, it will support your efforts. And that's what we're driving towards. but Divine does have some certain key elements that will make a difference in people's lives. We have glutathione in it. We have the French maritime pine bark extract that is a powerful antioxidant, and in combination with our fountain of life, we're looking at better kidney health, better liver health, everything that's so important in terms of efficiencies in our body that's going to make us or allow us to have a higher quality of life. And unfortunately, it's something that you have to prescribe to. You have to prescribe to a healthier lifestyle all around, and this will support you. And this will, and you take Divine with foods, you combine it with the right foods, it will make an impact on your lives. And I think there's enough studies that would support things like magnesium, lignans, and we're just taking a few parts of it, but vitamin D as well. That's so important, but it will affect us in a very positive way.
I love it. I love it. And I couldn't agree, I'm finding that with the combination of all the incredible ingredients that we have, it is truly, truly making a difference. And we just need to be louder when we're talking about our product line and basically share as well. David, another product vertical that we really need to emphasize on that has been instrumental in our growth, in our distribution, in basically everything that we do is basically also the microsilver technology. I think my screen is just starting to load up there. Can you see that okay? Or is it still loading? Or
It's still loading right now.
Okay, perfect. So as this loads, I want to talk a lot about microsilver. It completely went to a different spot that I wanted to. So the microsilver technology is something that I really, really want to emphasize on, because the microsilver technology has been instrumental in our growth. It's one of our proprietary ingredients that we have been using over and over, and it is absolutely changed so many lives. I mean, we get so many testimonials of people talking about, they don't have bleeding in the gums anymore, and their, mouth, oral health is just become so much better, so much cleaner. So I do want to talk a little bit about the microsilver, because again, the microsilver technology has been instrumental in the growth of many of our product lines, whether it's been our toothpaste, whether it's been our microsilver spray, whether it's been our mouthwash and a mouth spray that is really, really changing lives for our customers. And they've seen monumental changes. So let's talk a little bit about what is microsilver. Please let me know if my screen is up properly, because I was chatting, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's on right now. Well, microsilver, is one of the oldest antimicrobials since the days of Cyrus the King, the Persian king, where they used it to ensure that the water that they're drinking was pure. And the way they did this is they had silver-lined casks, and they held the water in there, and that just reduced the bacterial load on it. So microsilver is pure elemental silver. It is highly porous, and that picture on your left side, you'll see that's exactly what the microsilver looks like. And what makes it very important is that it has a large surface area, and when it is in contact with moisture, like on our skin or in our mouth, it releases silver ions, and those silver ions really disrupt bacteria and viri. It disrupts their transport mechanism and causes them to perish. And so it's highly effective as an antimicrobial without causing antibiotic resistance. It's a very, very safe product. The other thing to know is this is not nano. This is not a nano silver. This is not a colloidal silver or silver water.
David, can you elaborate on that? Because, I have some friends who are like, oh, I heard colloidal silver is amazing and I'm using it in my water.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that too. And I have to break the bad news to them that, number one, large, health agencies like the FDA do not like colloidal silver. And the reason being that colloidal silver can be absorbed into the cell, and it could lead to argyria. And if anyone wants to see what argyria is, just look it up. You just Google Argyria, and you will see the impact of that. And that's permanent, but it could also cause kidney damage as well. So it's not this innocuous, incredibly safe product. It can cause health issues. Whereas microsilver is large particle, meaning 10 microns in size. It cannot be absorbed by the body. It cannot be absorbed at the cellular level. In fact, that was the first question I asked the president and the vice president of the people that make microsilver. Can this happen? They said absolutely not. They have studies to support that. In fact, they're using microsilver in implant technology. We're talking about dental implants, we're talking about hip and knee implants, because it is such a powerful antimicrobial. It reduces the infection rate. And that's why we could use this certainly safely in things like our microsilver toothpaste, in our mouth spray, and our mouthwash, because it cannot be absorbed by the body. But it has these incredible properties of being antimicrobial, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory. It supports the process of skin rejuvenation at night. That's why a lot of preparations using microsilver have it incorporated into their night product, because during the night, when our skin rebuilds, this supports it. It's very calming. And this is an incredibly powerful but simple antimicrobial that is shown to be very effective. And so that's why we have it in products like Sterling, and it reduces the bacterial load in the peripheral areas of the body, so that if you do have diabetes and you have poor circulation, it's a beautiful product for that. It just reduces the amount of bacteria that can occur. We've shown that and proven that it has some antiviral capabilities. And during the COVID, pandemic, the coronavirus issues that we saw over the past few years, and we can't fool around with this, because COVID is on the rise again. And so this is an incredible product. They sprayed this on the buses in Nuremberg, Germany, and they discovered that it eradicated the viri and bacteria over a long period of time, and it was very effective. And so this became, I think, an important point in terms of use and capabilities of this product, because it can be used on hard and soft surfaces. And it helped increase the safety, reduce cross-contamination, is something that we should always consider. If you're traveling, this is something that I think you should consider. On a plane or whatever, there are certain areas of the plane that just don't get cleaned. If you like the window seat, that window is incredibly filthy in terms of bacteria and possibly viri. Same with the tray table, an area that doesn't get cleaned. And so we have to be vigilant and protect ourselves. And we do have this product, the microsilver products that will protect us. And so I do recommend using it, especially in this time, as I'm watching the number of issues pop up. When I'm seeing that COVID is on the rise, I think it's up by 23% so far this year. When I see H5N1, which is the avian flu virus, starting to spike, we have to really try and protect ourselves. And whether it be using something like our microsilver toothpaste to lower the chance of entry into through our mouth, into our body, or using the Fairy Microsilver Protection Natural Spray, it's something that we should always consider. And I do
David,
encourage that.
you just said a couple quick things, and We don't want to alarm everyone, but we want to warn everyone and give you a heads up. So when it comes to science, usually scientists know what's coming, and doctors know what's coming, and governments know what's coming. And so if you all remember, we were hearing about the pandemic, but we just didn't know. And we know that pandemics absolutely disrupts worlds. And we were saying it last year that this year the pandemic was supposed to come, and it just nothing happened with it. And so recently we've been hearing quite a bit that there is another pandemic that is on its way, which is a little bit scary. We hope to God it doesn't come. But they say that, like David said, COVID cases are on the rise, which are basically flu and flu-like symptoms. And the other new one that has been developed, which is has a lot to do with entry, David, I believe you said through the eyes, nose, and mouth.
And, yes.
Eyes this time, which is pretty scary, is basically the H1N1, a bird flu virus. So it is super vital and important to make sure that you are very, very careful, you are vigilant, and you are just using our products. Honestly, David said it best. Number one, load up on Divine. Divine, if you look at the logo in the V, it's like a shield. I've always been one of those people that I don't live my world in fear, but I protect myself. So my body is like a shield, using Divine, using Fountain of Life, using the microsilver spray. I have like 2-3 bottles, because in case one runs out, I have another one. I have one in my car. I have one in my purse. I have one in every single one of my cars. If I go grocery shopping, if I go somewhere public, I constantly have it. For those of you who traveled with me, I spray down my my seat of my plane seat. I actually have like wipes that I wipe everything down with. So it's really, really important that all of you understand that the products that we're creating are meant for our families. So I actually was talking to a girlfriend of mine, and she was like, "Oh, I see a lot of stuff on your social media." And I want to just talk to you about this a little bit, because sometimes you're posting things on social media and you think people are not seeing it, but they're seeing it. Okay? They are seeing it. Maybe they're not responding, maybe they're not commenting, maybe they're not even buying from you. But I went to the hair salon on the weekend, and I bumped into someone, and she says, "Oh, I watch your social media, and I wanted to buy those that oil that you guys have." And I said, "The Fountain of Life." And she's like, "Yeah, but someone told me it's like really bitter. How do you take it?" And I said, "Well, there's lots of videos. You can take it with water, you can take it with juice, you can take it in yogurt, but the best way is to take it under the tongue. Once you take it, it may be bitter at the beginning, but the more that you take it, the sweeter it becomes. It's almost like your body is, detoxifying itself, it's cleaning it up." And then we started talking about Divine, and we started talking about toothpaste. Then we started talking about, shampoo, conditioner. So she's ready to like buy a whole bunch of stuff, but she's seen my social media for like ever. And she's known me for like as long as I've been in Opulence, which is like 18 years, never bought a product from me. So keep on posting, just keep on educating your viewers. And that's why I keep on saying to you all, be loud. Like, if you want to be successful at something, you got to post, number one. And number two, you got to be consistent. I mean, consistency is the key. I'm gonna drop. I saw Chris Lee the other day. He keeps on going to this farmer's market, and he keeps on posting on his Facebook. I love that. He has become so consistent, and I can promise you, his regular customers are going to this farmer's market looking for him to buy product. And if they want to refer one of their friends, they'll say, "Go to this booth. There's a guy. His name is Chris, and you can buy the product." So consistency is the key to success in anything you do. Your grass is not greener, and the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is where you water it, and you flow with it, and you nurture it, and you love it. And I want to tell you, everything that we develop as a team at Opulence is made for our families, and it's meant to be safe. It's meant to be clean. You see the faces behind who we are. You see a lot of science that we share. We talk about using GMP factories. I cannot tell you how proud I am of the highest quality standards of creation. One of the reasons originally, I mean, I can talk about this now, it's the past. One of the reasons why one of the products that we were supposed to launch that we pulled the plug on, I actually went to one of their filling facilities and there was mouse traps everywhere. Would you want to use a supplement that has mouse traps everywhere? And no. So one of the things that we do is, first of all, I have cleaning OCD myself. If you come into my warehouse, it is so immaculate and it is so clean. And we use so much safeguards. We spend money. We're not some print shop, selling shampoo, conditioner. We're not some, business in a garage that you don't even see the owners. We're, a good substantial company that gives you the credibility, gives you quality, gives you manufacturing, gives you tools, gives you commissions, gives you everything that you need in order for you to go out there and build. So if you are a guest tonight and you're looking at this, take a really, really good look. We're a phenomenal company. We're a phenomenal opportunity. If you're a partner with us, get on board with the amazing challenges that we have, because there's so much prizes and money and greatness to be won and to be able to be achieved. And we're really, really excited about it. And we're excited for the future. We're excited at where we're going. We're getting closer and closer for collagen. Excited for collagen. So we're working on that. We haven't forgotten about that. We're waiting for that to come out. Yes, Vita. The Arctic Vita, that's what it's called, Arctic Vita collagen. And so, yeah, there's just a lot of moving wheels. So, David, I know we touched base a little bit about the microsilver, and then we started to talk about the pandemic, and that, like I said, I hope the new pandemic does not come in, but we're going to be doing from the desk of David O about some of the products that you could use in order to protect yourself. And this is definitely one. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my keypad today. But this is definitely one of them. Also, I do want to reiterate one thing, David. You talked about this, but I want to talk about this because you all know that sanitizers, when you spray them, they dissipate, right? Maybe David, you can explain that from a scientific standpoint. A sanitizer, once you disinfect, it's gone. Explain this chart to us in microsilver on the bus seats, and why after 7 days it was still actively reducing bacteria, because this is really important.
Well, sanitizers, the definition of it when we're talking about this usually is alcohol based. And so when you put, like alcohol, it will kill very quickly. And it does broad spectrum eradication of many things. However, after it disappears or someone touches it, that surface may be reinfected. One thing this study shows is that for the spray, we're looking at the counts, and looking at 41,309 in this one particular seat, and again, 23,876. After they sprayed that, you'll see that the counts went down significantly. But interestingly, if you go over in time, it's sort of funny. The one thing that throws me off is the fact that it eradicated more on seat 5, left row aisle, that actually the counts went down. But the reason that this is happening is that the counts are lower as a result of the microsilver still working. So in other words, it's created a silver depot, and that depot is releasing silver ions over time. And that's very important in terms of efficacy and longevity and the ability of microsilver to continue working. So it just doesn't do a quick hit and reduce the bacterial viral load. What it's doing is reducing it, and then working over time as it continues to release silver ions. And it shows how effective it is. And we're taking a look at a period of time over a week that you're not seeing all of a sudden a spike where it's returned to the previous levels. So is showing sustained activity, and that's exactly what you want. And you want to reduce the possibility of cross contamination over time. So if you can imagine, people are still using this, using these seeds, and yet they're unable to contaminate it because these silver ions are still effective over time. So I think it just bodes well in terms of just proving how efficacious microsilver can be immediately and over several days.
I love it. I absolutely love this. I mean, this is just so huge of what this incredible product does, and it makes such a big difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got to get your microsilver spray on. And of course, we have lots of different products when it comes to our microsilver collection. We have our incredible toothpaste video. We have our spray. David, with the pandemic coming, one of the hugest protections is using our toothpaste. There's a reason. First of all, we're using a fluoride-free product. We're using a medical grade, non-toxic, nano-free, which also lowers the chance of plaque development. It whitens your teeth. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's long lasting. It's children friendly. It's made in a GMP factory. It's made in Canada. It's sulfate free. But one of the things that I absolutely love about this, David, that when you brush your teeth at night and you wake up in the morning, you still smell fresh. How does that happen?
Well, it's a microsilver that continues to work. What it's doing is, you saw in the previous pictures how porous microsilver is, and what it's doing is it's embedding itself, and you can't see it. So just to be safe, you cannot see microsilver, but it does. It's very 10 microns in size, but it's embedding itself in the mucosal lining of the mouth. And because it's a moist environment, it continues to work over time, and that's why it reduces our chances of halitosis in the morning because it's still working. So it's eradicating and it's cleaning our breath as we sleep.
I apologize. Sorry, I was trying to skip a video.
Yeah, no, that's okay. But many people will attest to that. They'll say that their breath smells fresher in the morning, and their partner will attest to that because the microsilver is eradicating and cleansing the bacteria that causes bad breath.
But they're gonna want to smooch them in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's right.
It's been a while since I've made you blush, so yes.
You got to put a little more on. I won't forget that. I won't get in there. Yes, okay. That's right.
You gotta have some fun, right? All right, let's talk a little bit about this. David, I gotta give you a new testimonial I have. I always have these testimonials because I'm like a little guinea pig. I'm always trying all these different things, right? You told me, actually, my mom and dad, they were in Cuba and they got fried. And my mom was using FOL on her skin topically because you taught me that when you and I went away to a conference. But my mom was saying that using the sterling on her burn, and I mean, she burned badly because she got crispy skin, as we call it. She wanted to become Kentucky Fried Chicken over there. So she basically said by using the sterling and the FOL as a combination. So she was already applying FOL, and I'm like, why? Just use sterling. It has FOL and it's got microsilver BG. And she was saying it is so soothing for her skin. It is very calming. It's getting rid of that throbbing feeling on her skin of her being Kentucky Fried Chicken. So tell me why.
Well, there's many reasons why. Number one, it has the right balance. It has 5% level of fountain of life extract, which is the optimal level of using it on the skin. So that's why it works so effectively. But there's other things in there. We have olivum, which is the olive oil extract, which really is great for the skin. Shea butter is an excellent emulsifier, but it does contain vitamin E and it does help moisturize the skin. So when we burn our skin, number one, we want to reduce the amount of damage. And for some reason, the Pisceabees extract seems to have that ability to reduce the pain. We have microsilver reduces the bacterial load. We also have the olive oil and the shea butter that is going to definitely moisturize the skin. And that's why, that's why it's so effective as an after sun type of product. And it will help, and the microsilver will help soothe and support the skin's, recovery processes. So, yeah, it's an ideal product for that. And it's got the right balance. The one thing about using Fountain of Life straight on the skin is that you're not using it optimally. What I'm saying is that you're not using that 5%, you're using full strength. And it is a powerful product, but again, 95% of that will be wasted.
I
So
love that.
that's why Sterling, I really like Sterling. I use it all the time. Like I used it today. I was working with some pretty harsh chemicals and it was drying out my hands. And I've got several things that I've developed.
Opulence, not for opulence.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Well, no. I was
David
uh,
does other product development for other companies. That's where he uses
no,
hard.
no, it's for my company. And so, but what I do is just, I develop things like soaps and uh, fun stuff all the time for different companies, and you'll probably some of you might be buying it actually, but and on the retail space, it's just that it dries out your skin. Some of it's really bad. It's hard when I'm using certain surfactants. So I've got a tube of sterling at work, and we use it just to moisturize because it is an effective moisturizer and it's something to protect our hands. And
Yeah.
so my guys and I use sterling. I have a large tube there that we use, and it does protect our hands from damage because we can damage our skin and we want to try and keep it moist and hydrated. So it does a great job.
Yeah, honestly, this is one of the most incredible products in our lineup. It's super hydrating. It is, very rich. If you have black skin, by the way, I always say I absolutely. So growing up, I used to play basketball, and most of my girlfriends playing basketball had black skin. And so every time they would come out of the shower, they used to always curse every time they used to put lotions on because it would always be, sticky. It would always smell bad. It would always not absorb into their skin. So I actually always remembered that. And even for myself, sometimes I would use creams and it's always too sticky. So when we were formulating this incredible product for hand and body, I had some mandates. Number one, it had to be fast absorbing. It had to be super hydrating. It had to have not leave white residue and make black skin into white or chalky color. It had to just have this beautiful fragrance without being too overwhelming because we all wear perfumes or colognes. And so then it also worked hand in hand during the last pandemic because we eliminated the alcohol out of it, yet it was able to protect our hands because now it's got microsilver in there. So David, let's talk a little bit about that because even though it's got phenomenal ingredients like the Norwegian spruce tree extract, the microsilver technology, the olive oil, the shea butter, which is a phenomenal emulsifier. All of that is great. And the fact that it doesn't matter whether you have dry skin, cracked skin, oily skin, you could use it. This product was dermatologically tested as well. Of course, protects against free radicals. It's paraben free, it's sulfate free. But let's talk about how it protects us during pandemic and virus breakout.
Well, I think, as we know, there's cross-contamination was a big concern during the pandemic. And yes, we were promoting at that time, a lot of companies were promoting the use of hand sanitizers, which for the majority, there's two actives that they could use, benzalkonium chloride, which is a DIN product, or alcohol. But the problem with the alcohol-based products is that it can dry out the skin. It can be very harsh at times. And some of the chemicals that the companies were using were called technical grade alcohols because of the alcohol shortage, and they weren't using USP grade, so it could be very tough on the skin. It did eradicate a lot of bacteria and viri, but it was harsh. So the one thing that we can say safely is that microsilver works very effectively against bacteria and viri over time, and it does protect us. So I always recommend that if people are using something like a Health Canada regulated product like hand sanitizers, you can follow up by protecting your hands over time with a product like Sterling, and that will give you a little more time between hand washes, between the use of uh, hand sanitizers, which does dry out your skin after time if you abuse it. So you do have to take care. You have to use it with care always. And I'm talking about hand sanitizers. Uh, it's efficacious, but again, Sterling does provide moisturization. Sterling provides microsilver, and it does protect against a lot of damage that can otherwise occur with bacteria and virus.
Absolutely. It is absolutely phenomenal. And by the way, David, I do want to talk a little bit about, the testing that we did. Some people have asked, what type of testing? So can you talk about maybe the human patch test that we do? As you all know, we do not do any sort of testing on animals, but we do absolutely have phenomenal product. I always say we use human subjects and they get paid for it. But this was actually tested by a dermatologist, and we got, of course, a beautiful signature of basic product being hyperallergenic.
I think people should understand what this patch test is that they have human subjects that come in of all demographics, all skin types, whatever, and they do a grid on the person's back, and they'll create a grid, and every spot is let's say purchased or used by a company, and they place product in each one, and these people come back over a certain period of time, and during the 6 week duration, it is evaluated each time to see if there's any redness, rashes, anything that will cause any issues. They talk to the participants, and they ask them, how they feel all the time. Is it itchy? Are there any reactions? Anything like that? And after the 6 weeks, a dermatologist will evaluate the results and determine whether it is in fact approved and considered classified as non-irritating and hypoallergenic. It's a very rigorous test, but an HRIPT test is something that is used and to ensure that for the majority of people, they won't have issues with this.
Okay, I love it. Thank you so much.
And this is something that our products have gone through. We did this with the Fairy Flawless line, and we did it with this product. So I think it's a really good test just to show how effective it is, but in terms of the broad spectrum number of people that can use the product, because we're interacting with so many different people around the world. We want to make sure that works.
I love it. All right, so let me move on. I just want to bring up some other videos and stuff. We do, by the way, if you visit our YouTube page, you are going to find tons and tons of great marketing material that is going to really, really help you in building your business and promoting your business. We have so many different YouTube. I actually just want to just let me share this. So as you can see on the thumbnails at the bottom of my page, there is tons of new videos that we are constantly running. A new recent one that we just ran, for example, if you take a look at it, is our FOL hacks. And it was like the different ways for us to use FOL.
Another amazing day. So
David, can you hear my sound?
Today I'm going to show you some
Yes.
different that you could be taking your fountain of life and your divine. For me, when I take my fountain of life, I like it straight under the tongue, and I like to hold it for 10 seconds. You will feel a little bit of heat in your mouth, that means that your blood flow is getting going. It's increasing your blood circulation. It is very good for you. If you can start to take this straight under the tongue, that is the best way to get it into your immune system, to get it into on your gums, on your tongue. So as you can see, one full dropper. By the way, the bottle does say 5 drops, but that depends on your body weight. So based on my body weight, I would recommend 10 to 30 drops. And especially what's really important for women that are over 40 years old, that they are taking 30 plus drops. We found that it's really, really helping you to balance out your hormones, make you feel better, get you to sleep a lot better, have more energy, and the one that is the favorite of all, keeping a healthy lifestyle and losing weight. So let's go. That's it, just under the tongue. The more you take it, by the way, this is a spruce tree extract, so it is going to have a woody taste to it. If someone says, oh, it's a little bit too bitter, it's hard for me to take it, have no fear. You can just simply take a full pipette, and I'm showing you that you cannot, take too much of this product. Okay, so let's say I just took a full dropper right now. I put it in some juice right now, as you can see. So you could see that it's mixed in. It just dilutes. And guess what? All you got to do, you could see it dissolving. It's as simple as that. No taste at all. I put it in, by the way, in cranberry juice. Another favorite. If you have young adults or you have elderly that are a little bit more finicky with taste and they don't like the taste of the wood, again, one full pipette. And guess what this one is? Yogurt. And I'm using a plain yogurt. You could be using flavored yogurt. Use at your preference. Here's the thing. Mix it all up. Look at that. Yummy yogurt for the day. Am I making you hungry? All right. So that is as simple as the fountain of life. Now, as you saw, I took 10 drops myself, basically straight under my tongue. I took 10 drops here in the yogurt. I took 10 drops here in the juice. And you can never have too much FOL. I'm going to be amazing and strong today.
All right. There's a reason why I played that full video for all of you. A lot of times, we've been asking all of you to put these videos together yourself. You don't need to make them fancy, by the way. We just want you to do these videos and put it out on social media. If you look on Instagram, if you look on Facebook, how many videos do you sit and watch and you scroll through and they capture your attention? I can only do so many videos, but all of you have a different audience. Number one rule I want to share with all of you. If you are going to share a video, please directly share it from YouTube. Because take a look at this. We have over 7,000 subscribers, only 77 views. I know we have more than 77 views. And it's simply because we're not sharing it from YouTube. Share from YouTube so the views go up, so everyone knows that there's other videos on the page. Because guess what? Once they watch one of your videos on YouTube and they come onto the Opulence page, they're going to start watching other videos. And sometimes we watch videos at night and then they go on this like binge watching and they say all these videos and then they'll contact you. So it's really, really important. Do not download videos and repost it. There's a reason why there's a system. Do not download, just share. Whenever we post a video, go and like it and share it right directly from the YouTube page. I also want to thank each and every single one of you that are just doing all of your comments on the side and giving me feedback. I love how you, it's 100% perfect, very effective at SVP. I'm so happy to hear that, Yvonne. Love our marketing material, and SNAS videos are shared by me to new and future customers. Thank you so much, Diane. That's amazing. Tim Thompson, the Opulence toothpaste and the mouthwash are very important products to use on a daily basis. Your oral cavity is direct pipeline to your heart. And as such as the bacteria in your mouth has the ability to increase the risk of heart disease, it is so important to mitigate the risk. I love that. Absolutely. My host is back to read the comments. And she's like, let me. So I'll pass it over to you, sweetheart.
It's okay. Great comments. Great product crossfire. David, you are sensational. Your brain, exactly like Sanaz said, you have got such an amazing scientific brain.
Yes.
Some days.
Always.
Always.
Some days.
Always.
And Sanaz, as always, you deliver amazing training. I feel I'm remotivated. Is everybody remotivated today? Get the videos up. Raw videos, working out, using your toothpaste, using your mouthwash, washing your hair, taking a shower, whatever it takes, blow it up.
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, one thing, can I just say something? I think a lot of people are just fearful. They're like, oh, what if I do it wrong? What if it's bad? Honestly, all content is good. You know what people want to see? That you're real. People want to see that there's no BS behind these products. People want to hear your results. They want to hear your testimonial. Just be real. Don't be afraid. Don't have any fear. Back to you.
And I thank you all very much for joining us.
All right. One team, one dream,
Dream
to the million.
to the million.